Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. It is time, well, it's that time of the year, I should say, for when creators really let loose and go off the deep end. And today we're going to take a look at some of the Halloween-themed models from the Dragon Trappers Lodge. Now, we've got some various friends from various sets that the Lodge has put out at this point, and I've always been a big fan of just the sheer variety. We've had some very whimsical and fun things. We've had some very imaginative and interesting factions for various war games. You know, we've had all kinds of interesting critters and monsters. Very unique and different types of RPG character classes, whole assortments of various distinctly themed armies, but nothing could prepare me for what the Lodge had in mind for when it came to this year's Halloween theme, which was the ruining of a local village. And man, did they not disappoint. So the idea is that you've had a village that's become absolutely corrupted. All the common folk and even the heroes were not immune to this one, which is kind of cool to see. Basically, everything has been absorbed into a big amorphous blob, and everything has just devolved into Chaos Spawn-looking creatures. So let's take a look at some of the ordinary townsfolk. Oops. Everything is just absolutely disjointed and messed up. And when I get that kind of reaction from my family, when they're like, what the hell is wrong with your models? Oh, it's beautiful. I think that is absolutely the reaction that the Dragon Trappers Lodge is aiming for here. Yes, all the limbs are accounted for. They're just absolutely all in the wrong spots of this poor, I'm assuming it's a woman. I don't even know what it is anymore. Maybe this one's faring a little bit better. Maybe not. So these poor townsfolk are just absolutely mixed up beyond belief. I don't even know where the head is. This one's not glued on the base yet. Oh, there's the head. It's underneath it's in between the arms. It's just wrong. Absolutely wrong. So I guess, well, they've got at least all the original parts to their bodies, so they're not faring all that badly. In comparison, when we see what happened to some of the farmers, oh boy, whoops. Well, no, you can see the farmer's still in there. It's just masses of flesh and spikes jutting out of everything. And just so people are aware, so if we have a reasonably human-sized WizKids and I've got a War Games Atlantic Knight here for the good guy types. So you're getting your hands full there, which is kind of fun. There were some smaller enemies. We had the head spiders. Yeah, I need to clean it up a little bit still here. Looking at it on camera, at least I got a lot better look at where those supports still are. But you can see it is a head with, well, very arachnid-like appendages and then tentacles spewing out of the mouth. Fun thing, for as often as the Dragon Trappers Lodge has all of the parts keyed to their base, you can actually see there's grooves in this one for this particular head spider. That's where his tentacles and feet are actually going to rest. So there is a spot for him to have contact with the base, so you can go ahead and attach him there. As I was mentioning, though, the heroes of the set, of which there was an entire party, had some really nice RPG-style models. This is, I don't know their names. A very northern-style, barbaric Dragonborn. I like the bear trap as the clasp on his cloak there. You can see here, I do like the fact that both the bow and his spear actually have contact points with the rest of the body, keeping things a little bit more safe and sturdy. And yeah, I do need to get a few more of those supports there. Where did his base go? Again, fairly standard size in comparison to everything else out there. I'm looking for my usual friend, the Witch Hunter Inquisitor type guy. He's never there when I need him, you know? We'll settle with a Dark Oath champion, in case GW stuff is more your style. Seriously, where is that guy? I don't know. I'm sure he'll show up as soon as I don't need him. Anyway, so unfortunately, our heroes are not immune to whatever insanity is going on in town. So here's our Dragonborn friend before. And there he is after. You can still see his head there. Oh boy. This is just going to be an absolute joy to paint. This is just insanity. It's quite spiky as well. Haven't done any real prep outside of just removing them from the supports. It's a good size 40mm base. No, 50. With one of the mutant farmers there. And a fellow Dragonborn for scale. What's kind of cool is all of the hero models actually have very distinct callbacks to their actual original form. So let's take, for example, the half-orc paladin. Nice looking model. Again, if you're ever in need of, not like there's a massive, you know, drought of hero characters, but for your RPG needs, there's plenty of this stuff available from them. But then when you take it to the next level, here is a Magus. I believe his name is Magus or Magnus, his base. And here he is in all his beauty. You can see his face still in there, surrounded by supports that I still need to remove. You can see the bits and pieces of his armor. Those are his kind of hip armor there. You can see the Morning Star right there on his back. I was going to say, I thought you could see the second hip armor, but there's just all kinds of gross, weird things going on with this figure. There's one of his feet. I hadn't noticed that before. Hands, hands, and hands everywhere. Kingdom Death would be proud. Looks like bits of ruined chainmail. Just fun, disturbing masses. And I think what really sets it apart, and there's if you don't want the disturbing blubbery masses, there's some other multi-limbed monstrosity versions of characters which are homages to famous horror and action movie heroes, which I'll let you discover the surprise of yourself. But then one of the other pieces from the set is literally the adventuring party all fused together into one giant, you know, mass of flesh, which is just as bizarre and twisted. So if this is something that seems that you would enjoy, I absolutely wholeheartedly recommend this to you. Never mind the fact that they are busy putting out more of their Critter Folk army as well. So if you want to skirmish with a bunch of Redwallian, Brian Jacques style anthropomorphic animals in a bit of a more high fantasy setting, that's absolutely doable too. So as always, we have those links down below. Take a look at it yourself, and hopefully you're going to enjoy this sickness as much as I am. And there's still the RPG sessions that go along with it too, so you can read up on it and figure out how you're going to unleash this stuff on your favorite characters for the table in whatever game that may be. So, with that said then, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye!